Okay. So for those of you guys, hopefully you saw the message, but I wanted you guys to do, today I got on the call with Robbie, who's like the corporate guy who's in charge of me. And we were talking about different things. But then one of the things he had me do, which I thought was a smart way of doing it, is like write out your mission statement. So Kristen, you're going to tell us your mission statement. Hers is not written out.
I'm writing one right now. So can you give me like 1 more minute?
Yes. Does anyone else have one ready right now that wants to say theirs? No. Okay. Well, you guys all need to work on your mission statement.
Okay. I don't know if this is like a real mission statement because I'm not entirely sure what a mission statement should be like. Hold on. Okay. So I said that my mission is to help other women feel confident in their own skin, capable of changing their own lives, and empowered to help others achieve those same dreams.
Okay, that was a pretty well thought out mission statement for just coming up with it.
I mean, I've been thinking, I just haven't written it.
I was not expecting you to say all that.
Go ahead, Rufio.
Okay.
I Googled how to write a mission statement.
So repeat your mission statement one more time.
Okay, so I said my mission is to help other women feel confident in their own skin, capable of changing their own lives, empowered to help others achieve those same dreams.
Okay. So with her, one of her first things, she talks about the confidence, and she wants to help people find that confidence in themselves and with their bodies. So when you are approaching people, you have to remember the people that you are usually approaching are not people, even myself included. When I first started this, I didn't have confidence. And one of the things that scares people the most is they go to commit and then they're like, okay, well, do I really want to commit because I'm going to waste this money and I'm going to fail, and then other people are going to fail. And especially if they know you and then they don't stick to it, they're going to feel like they really failed. And so that's something they're going to be super nervous about. And when you're going to people, we forget that like we don't all have that confidence. Like, yes, I'm going to do this. We get super motivated and then you can fall off. Even as a coach, you can fall off sometimes and get kind of stuck. And thankfully we have like the support of each other and everyone's posts that like continue to work out and continue to do stuff. So that's our motivation. But for some regular person that you're reaching out to, you have to remember they don't have that confidence probably yet in knowing that they can do this and that they'll succeed. What was after that, Kristen?
Capable of changing their own lives.
And then capable of changing their own lives. For that, it kind of goes with the same thing. When she's reaching out to people, she has to be, her question should be specific to that, talking about changing their lives. What are the things that they want to do? Focus in on their goals versus what product you have. So many times people come to us and we're like, oh, this program's on sale, so this is what they want. When really that might not be the program that works for them. Yes, I absolutely love 21 Day Fix and believe that that program works for majority of people. But someone, when they come to you, they might have completely different goals that you're not even aware of. So when you're approaching people, you need to approach them knowing that, like, how do they want to change their lives? What are the things that they need most? Maybe they end up telling you they don't have a good group of friends, so that's what they need most. And then maybe the workout part is just part of it. I have a girl in my challenge group right now, one of the moms. She wants to lose weight, but the main reason she's in that group is because she has no friends out here, and neither do I. And I found her in a random moms group, and before we even started, we were only in the prep week. She messaged me, I think it was Saturday, and told me, I don't think this is for me. And so I was like, okay, why? Like, what's wrong? You know, whatever. And she's like, well, I don't know anyone out here, and I want to make sure I'm, like, meeting people. And I told her, we're actually going to do, like, a little meetup in this area. So I had told her we'll be doing that. But the other part of it was she didn't want to post her before pictures because she was super insecure. She didn't feel confident. She didn't want to put it out there. Even though it was strangers in the group, she didn't feel right posting. So her reaching out to me and saying, like, before it even started, she had purchased the program. She had purchased the Shakeology. She hadn't started any of it yet. And on Saturday, she told me, like, I don't think I can do this. And then, I sat and talked to her, and now she checks in every day. She's doing her workouts, drinking her shakes. She talks about her struggles. But that was something I had to understand with her. I could have just been like, no, you can do this, whatever. But instead, I addressed the situation as like, what part is making you nervous? What part freaks you out about being in this group? And I had a feeling it might be the before pictures, only because I made it mandatory this time in my group. So then I don't know if I mentioned the before pictures, but I made sure I understood where she's coming from and made it comfortable for her to talk to me. When you're approaching people, you have to have that same thought in your head. You don't know what their struggles are. You don't know if their food, junk food eating is their biggest struggle, or like maybe their meals are awesome, but maybe they're overeating. So you really have to, when you are messaging people, remember, you want to help them change their life. And even though we might think we have all the answers and are like, do the workout, do your portion control, do your personal development, your life's going to be awesome, there's so much more that they might need. They might be having issues in their relationship or something. And you can recommend a personal development book that is on relationships. We have a file that has our personal development. So then you can go in there and recommend it. So when you reach out to people, make sure you are reaching out and asking them, what are your goals? What are the things you are struggling with in life and you want to change? Because it is not the same for all of us. We all joined for different reasons. Getting healthy, being in shape, all of that is awesome. But there's also so much more that people don't want to just come out and say, but when you show them that you care and that you want to know, that makes them more invested, because you're not just a person like, okay, buy this program, do this workout, and it's going to be awesome. You're actually investing your time and saying like, hey, where are the struggles in your life? Where are the things that you need the most improvement? You can even ask them to fill out like one of those question things, like I'll send my challengers, and you can ask them even to like rate themselves or rate their biggest struggle versus, maybe give them like 5 things and tell them what's your biggest struggle in life. And then they can list it from worst to best or whatever. But do something like that, because the more that you really know their struggles, the more you know why they want this change, the easier it comes when they actually want to do a workout or they want to do a program. It's a lot easier to talk to someone when you absolutely know what their parts are that they're struggling with. Because even then when you go into your challenge group, say someone tells you their sweet tooth craving is their biggest one. Or like I had someone recently, their digestive system, that was their biggest thing. So once they start drinking the Shakeology, then I can go back and always make sure you note that, because like for me, I don't remember anything ever unless I'm like mad at my boyfriend, then I'll remember it for years. But anything that's useful, I don't remember. So I have to write down, like if a challenger tells me a specific thing that they struggle with, I keep track of that only because I want to know that when I go to them, I can say, hey, your biggest struggle before was, you ate a bunch of junk food or the sweets or whatever. Now that you've been drinking Shakeology for a week and doing do you think it's helping that? And once you start asking them those questions, it puts it in their head like, oh, actually, I haven't been wanting those cookies, or I haven't been snacking as much. And the more that, again, is showing them like, hey, because sometimes people, even for us, we start drinking our shakes and we know it's good for us. So we just are like, yay, it's good for us, drink it. But you forget to actually think like, what is it doing specifically for your body? Why are you enjoying it? Why is it helping you? Because it's helping you for different reasons. Same with the challengers. They might just be drinking it because you're their coach and you told them, hey, drink this, it's good for you. They might have watched the videos, they might know about it. But a lot of people don't actually reflect on it and like ask themselves, okay, what is it that I'm struggling with? What are the shakes helping whatever it is? Maybe it's their depression or their anxiety. Are they feeling better from it a week into it or 2 weeks into it? And then once again, you're showing them you're invested in them and that you actually want it to help their biggest problem. What was your next one?
My third one was, hold on, I turn my page to right. Feel empowered to help others achieve those same dreams.
Okay, and then the feeling empowered and to help people. That's going to go with basically you guys, questions that you can ask for all of your mission statements. When you write your mission statement out, it should be strong. It should come from the heart. Christina, I was totally joking when I said you have it done in 3 minutes, so not that mean. But you have to, the reason I want it to come from your heart is because I want you to write out a mission statement that is very meaningful to you and that you find your passion and your heart in it. And then I want you to start asking questions like, what is it that I need to do to really make all of the things in my mission statement come together? Questions like, are you willing to step up to help? And with that, how much are you willing to step up? You have to be honest with yourself. Are you willing to get 10 to 15 no's every single day? And you have to decide, like, can I take the no's? So this is coming from Carl, so I'm not like just swearing for no reason. But Carl gave a talk on Friday, and that's actually, I was supposed to jump on the call with Robbie, and we had to switch it to today. But one of the things that Carl said was ending the trend of obesity is a bitch. It takes responsibility. You have to find goals, and you have to make people start now. But obesity is huge. It is a big deal, and you can't just expect everyone to be like, okay, I'm in, because that's not going to happen. So if you really want to fight obesity, you have to be willing to say, I will take 10 to 15 no's every single day. Or I'll take 10 to 15 no's. Maybe you're only going to do it Monday through Friday, and that's totally fine. But I would say you need to be willing to do that at least 5 times in a week, and you have to get those no's, because the more no's you get, the eventually you get yeses. And if you don't put the effort in to get those no's and you're just scared to talk to people, you're scared to reach out, then empowering people to live differently, you're not going to be able to do that because you're just posting on your Facebook. The more you reach out, the more you get out there, the more you can help stop the obesity and participate in like all the stuff going on that can help people. Does that make sense? Yeah. And then at the end of the day, we talked to this before, but just owning your day. At the end of your day, ask yourself, did you get those 10 to 15 no's? Right now, the girls pushing for Diamond, I just made it mandatory that they're hitting Success Club every single month to stay in that group, only because hitting Success Club is huge, huge, huge. And the reason it's huge is because if you guys, in your mission statement, if you're trying to end obesity, if you're trying to help people be happy, be confident, be a better mom, if you're trying to do all that stuff and you're not even helping one person a month, then you're not sticking by your mission statement, because you can't help. If you don't help anybody, nothing's going to change. So when you write out your mission statement, really sit down and think about it. Like, am I doing everything I should be doing to help people? Am I going above and beyond? Am I reaching out to more people? Am I getting out of my comfort zone? I went live the other day, and I absolutely hate going live because it's so awkward and people, it just freaks me out. And you're nervous. But I also know the more that I start doing it, the more people are going to be watching, and the more people are going to start wanting to come to me because they're going to understand the programs better. They're going to understand the portion control better. So the more you put yourself out there, the more people can learn. And you have to be willing to keep putting yourself out there if your mission statement is big enough. And then so when you're trying to figure out if you owned your day, at the end of the day, ask yourself, what are your 5 to 7 things that we talked about in the last call when I said pick 5 or 7 things that you're making mandatory for your business. And then at the end of the day, say, okay, did I do those 5 to 7 things? Kristen Bertold, own your day today. Yay! Kristen and Pam already sent me their 10 invites to challenge groups and 5 invites to coaching. And that's our goal right now, is for them to be doing that. Anyone else that wants to be doing that, join in. Angela is starting to get into her invites. Yesterday she rocked it. And you're super nervous when you're inviting. And I get it, because I still get nervous and you still feel awkward and uncomfortable, but you're going to have to keep doing it. That's the only way you're going to grow. And at the end of the day, if you know you did everything, and you can look at your mission statement and say, at the end of the night, you go to bed and you're like, I did everything I could. I responded to the people that wanted my help. I reached out to people and put myself out there so that if they need help, I'm there. Then you're good, and you can check that off. No. one of my friends just got to the house and went to eat like a popsicle, and she's like, she just started 21 Day Fix. She's like, is this 21 Day Fix approved? I'm like, no. And then also just ask yourself, like, am I being bold? And do I put myself out there knowing, like, I'm putting myself out there and I'm going to get judged and I'm going to get no's, but I'm putting myself out there. You have to be bold. You have to be willing to be different than what people are doing. In general, starting this business and believing in it is different than what majority of the United States is doing. Majority of people are doing 8 to 5 jobs or working night jobs, but they're working like 30 to 40 hours a week. So you are doing something different. You're wanting a different lifestyle with more freedom, with family, with fitness. You want to help change people's lives, but you have to be bold to do that. So make sure when you do things, you come out and you are bold and you're like, hey, this is me and this is what I'm going to do. That training call that I told you guys to get on last night, if you guys wanted to, I know I think someone got on, I forget who, but it actually kind of sucked. So I didn't even stay on the whole time. I stayed on for a good part of it. The problem with it is it was a generic one. It's better when it's Beachbody coaches because they know exactly what we need to hear and like ways to grow our business. And this one was generic for like all marketing companies. And they talked a lot about like, if someone comes to your store to buy, I mean, you could relate it, but it wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. Okay. Then with being, hold on, let me look at these messages. Wait, what did I do? Can you give an example of your mission statements? Yeah, who just asked if we could, like, wait, did that person hear Kristen's? Is this Heather? Is this your mission? Are you asking?
Yeah.
Wait, did you hear Kristen's?
Yeah, I did, but she said she wasn't quite sure today, so I just,
no, so, well, I can type mine out for you guys, so I don't have mine written out. Like, literally, he asked me this on the calls today, and then was like, do this. And then I started thinking, I'm like, it really is good because, yeah, I know I want to help more people, especially moms. And my whole thing is more also like, I want Chloe to grow up with having more confidence, I think, because I think we live in a society that like you're constantly competing with everybody else, and everybody has, I mean, I even talked to my boyfriend in the beginning of this week about how everyone has in pictures on Facebook. I'm like, everyone looks like they have perfect skin and perfect hair and perfect clothing and like everything looks perfect about them. And in reality, it's not always that way. And so my whole thing is really just showing Chloe that to have confidence. Okay, wait. I don't know why it kicked me off just now. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. No,
okay.
I can.
What was the last thing I said before I got kicked off? Because all of a sudden you guys were gone.
To help Chloe. That's the last thing I heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's really to help Chloe get confidence. And for me, my big thing is I want to really help moms get confidence with who and love themselves, because we're the ones that our kids are following after. I mean, they're following after their dads too and whatever. But the moms, like, especially for little girls, they're looking up to us. They're getting their answers from us. So I want to make sure, like, that is like a big, big part of my mission statement is helping moms just feel confident in their own bodies after having kids, knowing that, because so many moms say, I can't lose this weight because I had a baby, or I gained 30 pounds because I had a baby, or they show me their pictures of when they were smaller, and I'm like, and it's like they want to get back to that, but they don't want to do the work. And my goal in my head is really just to start having like a community of women that really balance their life out. And I still want people to have fun. Like, I still want people to like go have drinks and do those things while they do these workouts and while they eat better most of the time and then raise their kids that way. Does that make sense? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought your faces all keep freezing. Am I freezing while I'm talking? No?
Not anymore.
Not
You
anymore.
did for a while, and then you disappeared.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why it keeps like all of a sudden all your faces are frozen on my screen, so I don't know like if it's working or
I
not.
think I'm just being really still.
You think what?
I was just being really still.
Well, that's what I started thinking is just no one moving and everyone's like super focused. Okay, and Vanessa Quinn just wrote hers out. My mission is to inspire other mamas to take care of themselves and get their confidence back to lead a happier, healthier life. In the process, I will help them realize that taking care of themselves will positively impact their whole family and in every area of their lives. That's an awesome mission statement. And I think it's similar to mine. Like, parents don't realize how much when you're not feeling good inside, we let that show to our kids. We when we don't have energy, when we are tired because we're eating crappy food, all the stuff that's happening, it affects how we're running our families and all the stuff we're doing. So there's so many people out there that can benefit from this and use that. But in your mission statement, you should also kind of think of who you're trying to market to, because maybe you're not trying to market to moms. Maybe you're trying to market to Heather does tons of yoga. Maybe that's her market is yoga people and getting them into this part too. So when you come up with your mission statement, really think about it and why you're going to do that. Stephanie, how cold is your house? Yeah, Stephanie has a sweatshirt on.
Oh my God, it is freezing in my house. I don't know why. But I'm so cold. I'm always cold though.
I'm really
Like,
jealous.
literally, I'm going to sit here like
I
this.
was wondering if you were sick.
Our house won't cool down during the day anymore because it's too hot outside. So, and our air conditioner sucks.
My house is always freezing.
We stay at like 75, 76 throughout the day, and that feels really hot to me.
Everyone's like curious as to why she's right. Okay, and then being an elite team. So I want to make a PowerPoint for you guys because this is actually like a lot of information, and if I just throw it at you, being elite and being premier, will get very confusing. However, I couldn't figure out how to like know if I have PowerPoint today. So I will be figuring that out. But just kind of so you guys know, being an elite team, what it means is you are ranked in the top 200. You're a top 200 team. And there's like 420,000 teams right now. So originally we were, and Stephanie's like so serious while everyone just keeps going with it. She's like paying attention. Everyone else is like, ha. Okay, so being an elite team. So the top 200. And then it's kind of cool how it works because if we're a top 200 team, you guys get to say you're part of a top 200 team. And you get to use that in your business. And so when people are coming to your page, when you're able to say, I'm on a team, team, even if you're 200, exactly. If you're a top 200 team, you're ranked in the 0.01% of Beachbody. So it's a huge deal. And while you're talking about it, then people know like, hey, whatever this girl's doing, she must be doing pretty well if she's ranked out of 200, out of 420,000 coaches, you're ranked in the top 200. But then also I get to find out things faster if we are a top 200 team. So like when promotions are happening, when workouts are coming up, all of that kind of stuff, you get to find out sooner than other coaches because your team is pushing and your team is showing Beachbody, the corporate office, that we are committed, we are all in this, and we are working together. So that's why they let that coach get like sneak peeks into everything, which is cool because that way you guys know and we don't have to find out like the night before what's happening, or we don't have to wait. We'll get sneak peeks on workouts and stuff when they come out with those. So it's really cool. And then, and being on Ashley's team, she was a top 200 team last year. And our team was in the top 200 up until the last 2 months. And then this past month, we really kind of dropped a lot, but it's not, we can definitely get it back up. And that's why I was on the phone with corporate today, is we can get it back up. But what needs to happen as a team, we all need to be hitting Success Club. because that is the biggest part of it. And that is the only spot that we struggled in. And it dropped 2 months ago. And then this past month, for whatever reason, we really dropped. So the goal as a team, if we want to be an elite team and we want to be top 200, it has to be all of us in it together and know that we're all pushing together. We're all working together and motivating each other and not letting anyone not hit Success Club. Does that make sense? And the reason that corporate I think you guys probably know, but the reason that corporate measures everything off of Success Club, it's because if as a team, so right now there's 1, 2, 3, 6, there's 9 of us on the call. I think only 9. So for all of us on the call right now, if we're all hitting Success Club, that's showing corporate right there. Here's 9 super motivated people that want to fight obesity. They want to do this. They want to grow their business and they want to change the world. And they're doing it together. And like, these are the people that they want to work with and run with. Now, if we're a team where 2 people hit Success Club and the rest of the people don't, then they aren't going to focus on you because they need to focus on the people that are pushing the most. And how the whole reason Success Club is there is because they want you to really help people. If you go through 3 months and you don't hit Success Club, then they see you not hitting Success Club and they see you not helping anyone. And then there's other coaches that are helping 3 people, 6 people, 10 people, 15 people. Damn, Ashley last month had like 60 points. So that was like 30 people. So that's how it shows them like, hey, who is helping change lives? And as a team, you guys are all awesome coaches. So when I see you guys not hitting Success Club, it makes me crazy because I'm like, you can do it. The only reason you will fail is if you are not doing your stuff and you're not inviting anyone to join. If you tell yourself like, no, I'm doing this and we're doing this as a team, and you know, like, hey, we are all sticking to hitting Success Club. There's no more of this. Oh, well, I had a hard month. They talked about this on the corporate call today. There's so many things that are going to happen in life. And you can say, I had this or I had that, or it's summertime and people aren't around. And that's true. Like, people are out doing things. That's definitely true. But what are you doing to make sure you hit Success Club? Because it's still a choice for you. Even if people aren't around, that might mean you have to send 50 more invites than usual, but it's your choice if you hit Success Club. It's your choice if you help 3 people. So we can blame like everything around us, but in the end, and I mean, I've even done that. There's so many times where we're like, oh, this is coming up or this or that or whatever. And it's easy to do. But if you tell yourself like, hey, as a team, we're all doing this and we are helping 3 people because we really want to change the world and change things, then we all stick to it and keep going. And no matter what comes up, we have to push through on the hard months, because there will always be hard days in this business. Hard months. There'll be months that people all reach out to you and you're like, hell yeah, I didn't do anything and just hit Success Club 10. And then there's going to be months where you're like, oh my God, I've sent 100 invites and no one's responding. But later on, those will be people that respond. So you just have to keep pushing and really know what you want. Because if you sit and wait, like for instance, all the top coaches, if they would have stopped when they got no's, or if they would have stopped because they had things going on in life. A perfect example is Anita Myron right now. And to be completely honest, I don't know how she's doing it, because I don't know if you guys know her story, but she was pregnant and her baby was going to be having issues, but she was still carrying it full term. And she ended up having the baby. She couldn't feel a heartbeat or whatever. So she went to the hospital and she ended up having, the baby was not alive. And so, but she had to like deliver it, obviously. So they went through the whole procedure, and she is like she's sharing her journey. She's so motivated, and like it makes me so emotional because I don't even know how. I don't think that I could be that motivated in a situation that she's in, but seeing that like is amazing, because someone went through a horrible time, but you know what? At the end of the day, she's like, I want to keep changing lives. Like, I can't let this ruin my life because I want to change more lives. There's other people out there who might have gone through this situation, are so depressed that need me. And that's how you need to look at things when you're going through hard times. You have to realize you're able to change people's lives regardless. Even if it's something bad, it's something that people might relate to. Like her horrible story, she might end up now getting moms who have gone through the same thing. And if she just stopped and was like, okay, I'm depressed, I can't do this, and sat inside and did absolutely nothing, she wouldn't be helping all the people that she's helping. She wouldn't be changing all the lives that she's changing. I mean, she is a top coach. She changes a lot of lives every month. But it takes dedication, and it takes really believing like that you want to change these things and you're not going to give up, to keep going and to keep sharing your story. And everyone's story is different, you guys. So make sure you're just sharing, like, be yourself. You can talk about struggles. You can talk about things that interest you the most, and then tie in Beachbody. You can ask for advice, get people's opinions. I don't get dressed a lot, so but a lot of Beachbody coaches like do the ABC or 1, 2, 3 and like wear 3 different outfits and ask for opinions. And those usually get like so many comments, like everyone wants to give their comment on what you're wearing. I would totally do that if I owned a lot of cute clothes to do that with, but I don't. So, and I rarely get dressed. But things like that, ask people's opinions and really invest in them. But make the decision if you guys want this, because you can do this. And as a team, I mean, I want us to be an elite team, and I'm really hoping you guys all want to do it. But it does mean that everybody has to start hitting Success Club, and we have to say, like, we're doing this together, and we're going to push, and we are going to be a top 200 team. So thoughts on that? Do you guys want to be pushing to be an elite team?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's in. And it will definitely, there's going to be months that you're going to struggle, and there's going to be months that you need extra help. But the more that we know we're doing this together, all of you guys, if you find an awesome video, share it in the team page. If you find something that like is like, oh, I never hit Success Club, but now I looked at this video and I have a different way to approach it and it's working, share that in the group. Or you go and make a video. If you're doing something, you're like, this is really working for me and this is what I'm doing. So make a video, share it with the team. It's not just my team. We're all in this together. And to be an elite team, it truly is everyone coming together and changing lives. So you have to just be willing to share and to put in just as much effort as I would or as anyone else would, and just let people grow with you and learn from you. Because everyone on this team, like Kristen's been posting videos lately, Stephanie has posted videos, Vanessa posted stuff for us. But as you do that, people are learning from you. So there's so much that we can learn from each other on this team, and we all have different things that we're better in. So just keep sharing, like, hey, if I come up with something, like maybe you guys are wording it completely different, share how you're wording it, and so people can look at it that way, because maybe Alex is going to share something and Heather's going to connect with her on what she shared, because maybe they have similar ways of typing things out or whatever. So the more that we share and the more we try to like be there for each other and show each other like, hey, this is what works, this is what doesn't, this is what I'm doing. I mean, I had girls last month because I was hitting Success Club late. I didn't give up and I kept pushing because that's mandatory for me. But I had girls from Ashley's team messaging me like all night long, hey, I need to hit Success Club. What are you doing? What do you do every month? And I sat there and gave them tips and sent them examples of messages and was doing all this stuff. Because regardless if those girls are my direct coaches or not, they're on Ashley's team and I'm a part of Ashley's team. And I felt awesome that they wanted to reach out and do that. And it's the same way all of you guys should feel. We all can learn from every single one of you on so much. So I really want you guys to start sharing things about you. Let us know you and learn from you. And then we can be an elite team, because I know we can do it. Does anyone have any questions? Kristen, are we boring you? Just kidding.
Sorry, I'm just really tired. What can you explain real quick, or if you don't have time, like post on the page, what is Premier?
Okay, so Premier kind of gets passed up and people don't know about it. And Premier and Elite, I'll do a PowerPoint, or if I can't do one, if I can't like actually get the program, then I'll type something up. But what Premier is, it's 2-star. So to be an elite team, I have to be 5-star, and then we all have to be hitting Success Club. For Elite, you have to be 2-star, and then you get different bonuses with both those ranks. But 2-star, or the 2-star Premier, and you have to have 35 points. And so if you go on the FAQs, it will show you, but I didn't even know about Premier until literally I went to Utah, and I'm like, that's so weird. I've never even heard of it. Because everyone automatically thinks in their head, hit Diamond, and then you're 5-star and you want to go Elite with your team. But There's definitely a 2-star. And I asked today on the corporate call, can my coaches right now be 2-star? If be a 2-star premier coach right now. And we looked at a lot of yours, and you guys can all do it in the amount of time that we have. So it's something everyone should be pushing for. And just so you guys know, when I have corporate calls, you guys all get brought up, and we actually look at all your stuff. So you are in corporate's eye right now because they believe that we are going to be an elite team. And so I want to show them that we can do it. And I go over, like, what are the things they're doing well? What are the things that they might need help with? And then we go from there. But you guys are all talked about on those calls. Okay, wait, it's going to end, so I'm going to take a picture. Ready? Oh, 1, 2, 3. All right, it's going to end. So have a great night. Bye.
Bye.